Hey guys, Brian Savage here with you. What's up? Today on the bench I got something pretty special up here. Something I had never even seen before. It is a Dean Baby ML. Whoops. Look how small. Look how cute. I mean, I know I got big hands, but still. But it is a 24 and 3/4 inch scale length. Problems we got, as you can see, missing the pot, broken pot, rattling around. Switch feels like it works. Next thing, you can make it out. The string action, atrocious string action. It's so high, so high. Filthy dirty. But this was a little gem that a buddy of mine got. Picked it up for a fairly cheap price and wants to see if it works, and if not, wants me to get it working. First thing we got to do though is check the truss rod, because if you get one of these guitars, if the truss rod is out of adjustment and the truss rod don't work, you're wasting your time and your money doing anything else. So we check the truss rod adjustment, and to do that we capo it on the first fret, tuned to pitch. Now again, if you've ever seen me do this before, when I say tuned to pitch, I do not mean tuned to standard 440A, whatever you want to call standard tuning. I mean tuned to pitch, the pitch you're going to play. Lower tunings have less tension. Less tension means you will need less truss rod tension to counteract the tension of the strings. Wow, that's crazy. So, 12 thousandths feeler gauge, 12 thousandths .012. For my metric brothers and sisters, it is .303. And again, capoed at the first fret. We're going to hold it at the 17th fret. And at the 7th fret, we're going to measure. And we want 12 thousandths. We want this 12 thousandths shim to just barely slide up under there. Now some people will hold it all the way down here at the very last fret. I don't think that matters much myself. The only reason I use the 17th fret is that's where the body meets the neck. So if this portion here, especially on like acoustic guitars or something, where the neck meets the body is where I like to hold it. And getting old. So I have to use the spectacles. It's not quite enough. There's a little bit too much bow in there. So we're going to have to take some of that out. So I will have to make a truss rod adjustment. Where's my little can? I usually have a can with a lid. It's an old Bugler can. I don't know where I've set it down at. But I put all my parts on. Popped that baby right out tonight, didn't it? That's one thing I don't like about a Dean with these great big headstocks is the extreme break angle that the strings come off of the nut at. I just don't like it. I think it's too much. This thing's filthy. See what I mean about how of an extreme angle they break off at? And you can see that the A string is contacting the E string. These extreme break angles. These slots are cut straight and then just boom, it cuts off. So it's real easy for it to, just like that, pop right out of there. See? See how easy that pops out of there? I've played some of these things before and I've never had them pop out on me whilst I was playing. But it sure doesn't mean that it can't. That's going to be a metric Allen key. I guess I should have been a little better prepared and already had this out. 4 mil. One of these days maybe I'll organize all these wrenches properly in the drawer. I usually have it out. Oh, that's not it either. Now. What? Ah, that's it. I'm going to tighten There wasn't even any tension on that truss rod. It was loose in the neck. You don't know how often I find that. Loose in the neck truss rods. Probably never been adjusted. Sometimes from the factory they may be tight, but you know the wood's going to dry and shrink and move around, and that's the whole reason for the truss rod. I'm going to have to do some work on the frets on this too. Some of them's pretty beat up. Or I'm going to have to do some fret work on this one. This one's going to take me some time. Too much. Well, at least we know it does work, not just tighten up. back it off about 1/4 of a turn. Always make sure that it's all the way seated in there properly. Now, let's see where we're at. A little less. We might have got a little excited. There we go. That just slides underneath there. 12 thous. And maybe a little more. There, that's good. Yep, that's good. 12 thou. That takes care of that. We'll clean this up before we put that truss rod cover back on there. Alright, well, I guess next let's look into this cavity here and see what's rattling around and see what I got going on. I know I got to replace the pots. I mean, that's an obvious thing. One's missing probably down in this cavity here and the other one's broken. I don't know what I'm going to find. This cavity's got, it's like it's, I don't know, warped or something. It's missing a screw. Nothing surprising there. Things missing screws. We're going to clean it up, but I'm not going to fix any of the little nicks and dings and dents and anything like that that's on it. Check that out. How about some aluminum foil for some shielding tape? And then shielding paint that, yeah, so there's a bread tie in here. The potentiometer is missing. The wires are not soldered on there. They're just put through the holes. Looks like it is soldered to the switch. And it does have a bridge ground strap. That's good. Looks like the jack's soldered on there. This is what was inside of it. A black speed knob, a nut and a washer. That's what was rattling around. It's totally missing the potentiometer. We'll take the bread tie off. Gee, many. I don't even want to put those parts in there. I'm not going to use those. They're nasty things. Let's measure the pickups. See if we can. Make sure they're getting continuity. Open line. imagine red's probably the bridge. 5. Measure the neck. 5. Wasn't that curious? They both measure the same output. But they do have resistance, so shouldn't have anything I mean, I'm getting resistance across it, so pickup should be good then. That's good. Okay, that jack's, I can see down in there that jack's never been out of there. The jack's never been out. Alright, well guys, I think I'm going to leave you here. I got to get the soldering iron out and put some new pots in this baby. I got a 1 meg that I might use for the volume pot. Instead of a 500K, and then use a 500K on the tone. Open her up, see what happens. I don't know. See what I got going on. And then after I get that done and we get it all working, then we'll take and blow it all apart and clean it up real good. So next video might be, who knows, I might get busy and get it done before you know it. Anyway, till then guys, share the music, share the love, peace out.